Hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Today I want to talk about the constant need, right? The constant need to know everything, the constant need to know how everything is going to happen. That constant need to know everything and know how everything is going to happen takes away from you actually living life and experiencing life. And that is this life is meant to be lived. It's meant to be experienced. And how can you truly have an experience if you know every step, if you know how everything is going to happen? Some things you just have to follow that internal guidance. You just have to go for it, and then you have to see what happens. Now, certain things you can predict certain things, right? And you can know, if you do this, you may get result A or you may get result B, right? But even still, then you don't really know until it happens, until you experience it. Oftentimes, right, because you have such a need to know, right? Because you have to know so bad how everything is going to happen, how everything is going to plan out. You will oftentimes connect to sources, connect to people, right? In order to get that information, you'll connect to someone who can be detrimental. That need to know everything. It takes the fun, it takes the joy out of life. It takes the joy and experience the joy and the experience. It takes that away, right? Because you're constantly focused in the future. You know what I'm saying? You're not living in the present. And this aids in the misery of most people because you can't fully be in the present moment. You're constantly in the future and focused on what is going to happen, what you're focused on, the results. You're focused on the ending, right? And that's taking you away from the present moment. That's taking you away from the now. Do you get what I'm saying? Focused on what is going to happen instead of what is happening, right? And adds a lot of, weight and pressure, constantly needing to know what is going to happen. You don't need to know every step. You don't need to know, what is in store. You'll know what is in store when you experience it, and yeah, a lot of going back to the misery. This is why a lot of people are this adds to the misery of a lot of people, because you're constantly focused on what is going to happen, right? Instead of focusing on what is happening, right? And you end up standing in your own way because you're trying to manipulate the results so much, and so on and so forth. You're not really living, right? Anyways, I'm just gonna end it there, right? You guys have a beautiful and amazing and wonderful experience.